All King horses. King Charles is the exclusive owner of the Queen's beloved racehorse, despite speculation that Queen Camilla will be named alongside him. Charles III will be his first runner after he took exclusive possession of the Queen's love horse after the Queen died earlier this month. While Camilla is reportedly set to take the reins from Queen Elizabeth II, it will be Charles who will be responsible for running the race on a large scale. The Educator will be the new King's first runner at Royal Silk on Thursday after the 3-year-old was declared ready to compete at Salisbury. Educator training William Hoggas attended the Queen's more intimate funeral in Windsor with his fellow royal coaches Sir Michael Stout, Michael Bell, and Roger Charlton. Tom Marquand, husband of fellow jockey Holly Doyle, won the Historic Riding Award. The Educator is a Ratcliffe & Co. handicap in Salisbury and is currently listed on the British Racing Association website as owned by the King and has won the last 2 races. It is yet to be confirmed if the Educators will wear the colours of the late Queen. Under King Charles' ancient title, Prince of Wales, his own racehorse ran in red silk with blue sleeves and a dark navy blue cap. Prince Charles now inherits the King's Racing colours, which the Queen inherited from the late King George V. It has a crimson body with gold braids, scarlet sleeves, and a black velvet hat trimmed with gold. The King will inherit about 24 racehorses and about 80 broodmares. Princess Royal and Zara Tindall may want to get their first catch, but their main interest is evening, not racehorses. As heir to the throne, the King was always aware that owning and breeding thoroughbreds was expensive and was wary of making large investments in thoroughbreds. His mother had encouraged him to take more interest in her own hobbies in her last few years. The late Queen's racing director John Warren says the King's interest in the sport has been slow so far. Prior to his accession to the throne, Prince Charles has always followed, but stayed away because it was his mother's concern. He owns several horses himself, most notably the Duchess of Cornwall. She loves racing. Her Majesty was noted for her passion for horse racing, for owning and breeding hundreds of horses in her busy life, and for her dedication to the sport. Her love for the late Queen's horses and ponies was passionate and enduring. On her 4th birthday, her grandfather George V gave her first pony, a Shetland pony named Peggy, and by age 6 she was riding it. Now you can take control. She became so knowledgeable that she is said to be able to determine the course of a particular day's race at Ascot by hearing the hooves of Landau horses as they hit the ground. For years, her family joked that her race director was the only person who could easily reach her by phone. In her iconic photo for her 96th birthday in April, the Queen held her reins between her 2 gorgeous, white-furred ponies and smiled broadly. She has her 1,600 winners, including her wins in her 4 of her 5 British Classics her races. In 1957, Caraza won the Oaks. In 1958, Paul Hermal won her 2,000 guineas. In 1974, Heichler won her 1,000 guineas. In 1977, Dunfermline won the Oaks and St. Her of Leisure. John Warren once said, if the Queen hadn't been the Queen, she would have made a great coach. Racing mourned for 2 days after her death, and on the day of her funeral she mourned for a day, during which all meetings were cancelled in her honor. Thanks for listening. Make sure to subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss any daily updates from the royal family.